Who's going to YOLO Town tonight? This guy. Nope, no long startup. We're just going to jump right into it. I'm Motzi Makes. I'm making the Motzies. Wait, what? No, the Motzi has been made. I'm working on some fishing minigame. Hopefully tonight will be mostly wrap up, getting some final little bits together. We'll see. But I know in the beginning of my stream, I don't have as many people. So I'm going to do stuff and hope stuff gets done. That's what I'm going to do. Right meow. Just working away. Maybe I should stop talking, just work. Not possible. Okay, so I'm trying to fix some bugs. I want to go see something. If I play this. Great, no chasers tonight, folks. Reaching all around, all that business. I know I have that save system I'm working on too, but I got some help on the fishing, so now I want to finishing it up. Fishing it up. All right, so we're gonna start. Here's what I want to see. So that stuff right there causes a problem. I also have a problem that those fish are getting interested in the bait. Okay. Here's the issue. This and that. So this is the problem. How can I make this work? Is it because the game window is the game window? Let's see here. No, it's the fishing game is a layout, a vertical layout group. The things I could see is moving these to the side, which might work. Left or right. Or I'm going to have to simplify it at some point. But maybe I'll just put it on the side. If I move them here in their own space, it would make that a little bit more manageable. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse. I've also made it so like when you start casting, you can see the fish. Because that seems like something you'd want to do when you're fishing. You want to see fish? See food? So fishing game. I think what I'll do is I'll put the control keys window outside of the fishing game. And I'll give it a bottom left Rooney. And I'm going to change fundamentally how these are laid out. So we're going to, instead of, it is a vertical. Is it vertical? Controls, button. Oh, I see. Because the controls and buttons right now are aligned. That could be okay. Okay, so we'll make the position 0, 0. Oops. That's not at all what I meant to do. Can I undo that? Am I selecting that? There we go. Position 0, 0. Zeros are for heroes, friends. I just said it because it rhymes. 0, no. So this X pivot's going to be 0, boom. And the Y pivot is going to also be a number. I feel like it's 1 in this case. I don't know why the layout changes that way when we do this. Okay, there we go. So that'll be good. And then I'll do a width of a something. So, tell me something good. That's why. Okay. We have the fishing area there. We need to squish it all up here. I don't really want to get into like right now. I don't want to make the controls show based on the type of input. I should, but I don't want to just stack them. I have to figure something out. But if I don't put it in here, then this window can move as I want it. So that's why I wanted to do it. I could put it at the bottom too, but that would get in the way of looking at it. So let's just keep it here. Okay. Did I choose the wrong thing to move again? No, that's the right one. But these have width as well. Okay, so if I make this control child size, that'll do kind of what I want. I feel like I should just stack them. Maybe what I'll do, we have controls and we have buttons. Instead, we'll change it around. Change this to auto and manual. That. Then we can move the manual and we can move the auto. These would have to become vertical layout groups. I think. So we move that. Add vertical layout group. And this. And then here, make the height. Can you take me higher? You can do a content size fitter. Vertical fit preferred. Yeah. Vertical. It'll risk. And then this width is goofy goof. I think I need to make manual. It's weird that oh, I see here. This one we control the width. There we go. Look at that. Control the width. With or without you, because it's with. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So what's going to happen in the end is I'll end up figuring out how to make one of these options show based upon the type of controller you're using. But I just don't want to solve that problem right now. I'm going to accept that it won't look great. I will deal with my own OCD about this stuff. I mean, I'll at least make this look somewhat placed well. You know, in theory. This thing from my CSS days that if I have to do something, I find the closest number and then I adjust it. Now, this is actually not going to work. So I'm going to do 220. I'll try 220 because I got to put the space on the left side. Oh, excuse me. Burpee McBurperson. And oh, maybe what I should do actually, instead of making the, well, that is the width. I think I should make the width so it touches that. Can't touch this. And then what I'll do is use the vertical layout groups settings here so I can adjust it. That's a lot. Let's try. What? Oh, okay. 5 and 5. Staying alive. I think that'll work. Good enough. Good enough for Motzi work, am I right? You know it. Won't be pretty, but it might work. So now I can remove, or I can hide that, and hide this, and try again. Got my super tea tonight. Bye, bye, bye. So basically, the way I developed this fishing system, I started with the reeling process, and then I built up to it again. Then I realized I needed to rechange reeling, and I worked backwards. Because each step of the way, I'm like, but this doesn't make sense. Rome just got a Discord hug, sends it back. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you were having quality time with your birds today. How are you doing? Did you get to enjoy the nice weather? We spent the morning indoors because my son was having his birthday party. That's a little better, I guess. Pew! Oh my gosh. Look at that line go. That's cute. So we spent the morning indoors, and then I spent the afternoon indoors. So no, not really. Ain't got time for that. What do I need to do? So I need to make it so these fish don't. Just realize the way this reads is like I return the hug. Yeah. How dare you give the hug back? I don't want your stinking hug. That day was the birthday party. How was that? Chaotic kid stuff. It was a lot. Yeah. That's okay. You don't have to be an outdoor person. I don't mind the outdoors, but I also don't miss it half the time. So, it's like music. If I don't remember to listen to music, it's not like I'm really missing out. But I mean, I like listening to music. But if I don't listen to it, it's not like, I forgot music exists. I put my earbuds in sometimes and I forget to turn the music on. I'm just sitting there like a dum-dum. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I need to figure out how I can prevent these swimming fish from trying to go towards a hook. I need to figure out. It seems like a happy medium place. Yeah. I mean, when I was in the military, I didn't mind being outdoors. But I mean, fundamentally, I'm just not an outdoors person. Not how I roll, you know? Convert into a constant. Convert your face into a constant. Anyway, how did your aviary go? It sounds very fun to work on. Good today. State behavior. Swimming mode. Is within range. Is hooked inside fish range. So when the fish are not being fished, I guess I could still not show the hook. Although it is kind of fun to have the hook connected. So if we assume we want the hook to show, I found something else funny is for some reason the hook interacts with the fish. If a fish hits the hook, it gets donked, which I don't think we actually want. It's really funny to me that happened. I don't know if it's because I had the contractor I have doing this like turned on collisions or something. I'm not really sure. Does this have enable collisions? All I know is the fish got donked. That's my technical term for it. Donkey fish. Is trigger rigid body, simulated, hook joint. No, I don't know why the fish got tongue. Use collider mask. Buoyancy effector. Maybe it's something I did. Low angle. Can I give this rigid body? It says no drag. Gravity scale. At times I'm like that with music. It's coming along. I'm happy with how it's turning out. I'm hoping I have it done in the next couple of days. I got so delayed with so many times because of the weather. It's long overdue for them to go outside. I've had to make some hard decisions due to the excess testosterone and the resulting behavior. Your excess testosterone? And what personality changes and maturity has brought on. One of the Ruse is not so skilled at catching the girls and mounting, and so he's very frustrated at his own temper tantrum. Yeah, teenagers, am I right? We don't have those yet. We will someday. Collision detection, discreet. I'm actually not sure why fish got donked, but speaking of being donked, poor Ruse not getting all that going on. I'm gonna make a setting. Oh god, I don't want to do a setting. I think what I should do is check something else. Did the fishes start out as wandering? If it's not within range, then it just does that. Okay. So I should be able to do this from the fishing game controller. Maybe I'll just have a luring mode. Public bool is luring. I'm just gonna do it this way because I'm lazy. Is run. There we go. I think that's gonna be the easiest way for me to deal with this. Not mine there, so maybe I should check my vials. Why are you feeling violent? See? Yeah, you saw what I did there. I'm hilarious. Deal with it. So that should prevent the fish from trying to go for the line before I reel. Kind of what I want to do. I apologize for the long build times. I am going to have to upgrade my machine. I'm so it's been a few years since I built it, but I thought it was a pretty hefty one. Man, the machine doesn't build fast, and that annoys me. So instead, we're going to do this. That joke. I jogged over Rendazzo's clam bar in the Sheephead Bay, and I pulled a muscle. That was a lot of work for that joke. I went to my son's school last week to read to him in his class because it's like one of the, for his grade, that's what they do to celebrate the birthday. And I was throwing puns out, and his teacher, who's a male, not that it matters, but it's just like He seems like a funny guy. Like he thinks things are funny. And I've thrown all these puns out, and he did not seem to think my jokes were funny. Although apparently he did think they were funny, but he doesn't like express it. So I'm like, wow, I'm telling these jokes, and he's just like, huh. I mean, I admit it's marginally possible my jokes were not funny. Maybe. It's like there's a slight possibility that they literally just weren't funny. I gotta figure out how to get these fish to spread out. Not lucky. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well tonight. So now the fish are not bothering with the hook because the hook hasn't been cast. But that's where I'm almost wondering if it would make more sense. Look at the hook is being moved by the fish. That's hilarious. I'm kind of wondering if maybe what is causing the collision though? I'm so confused. What is it colliding with? Is it the hinge on the hook? Maybe it's the hinge. There's a circle collider, but it's a trigger, so it shouldn't collide. There's a hinge joint, and it's not enabled for collisions. That wouldn't be it. You look at these segments, I guess. The segment's not. So what is causing the collision with the hook? The line and hook controller doesn't have anything. The fish, look at that. It's like, what? I might have to ask my developer. Is it because this? It could be because they don't have a. It might be because these are not marked for trigger. Sometimes people know how to take dad jokes. Yeah, I mean, legitimately, my jokes aren't usually funny. So it's also that possibility. Very, very high probability. What is this? Required for physics to behave? What do you mean required for physics to behave? I'll physics your face off. I guess I could... If I make the fish triggers, though, will they not trigger? I think you can't make them both triggers. I can try to make them both triggers and see what happens. Maybe you're struggling to process things. I know I'm a slow processor. I mean, the bigger thing is I just think my jokes aren't funny. I think that's... So now they can go after the hook. I think it's gonna break in a second because of something. Yeah, the luring behavior. Fish is just all over the place. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me. What are we gonna do here? We need to collapse the fish area. We're gonna steal this crud. We don't need that one though. We just need this. Gonna go into our game window. And then we're gonna say public void reduce these should still work. The game window is this object. We should be able to get the rect transform of this object. Okay. Get component rect transform. That fix it? Okay. My music down. My own ears getting blasted. New size, original offset. So that should do the thing I needed. We'll reduce the fish area. So instead of making the Alterium controller do it, we'll just do fishing game controller dot instance dot game. So I really want to make the game window public. I guess I should just do that. I am working on game dev. This is me, game deving. Look at me, game dev. I'm a gamer. Hold that. Instance.game. Reduce. Recycle. Reduce. Refish. That should solve it, maybe? Find out. In the meantime, dad joke time, baby. I got an email saying at Google Earth we can read maps backwards, and I thought that's just spam. This maps backwards. Okay, whatever. It's okay. I'm used to the silence after my jokes. What did one fish say to the other? Keep your mouth shut. You'll never get caught. I mean, that's sound advice. Nothing more to say about that. What if I should do what other developers do and not have all the little avatars and just literally have my entire screen taken over by my IDE? People like that stuff, right? Sorry, delay has me not laughing in time. I get a huge kick out of the joke because I'm streaming, right? You guys, you can't real-time respond to me. And so I don't expect a response. I just get a particular kick out of the idea that I would expect a response of my terrible joke. And see how it hits the fish. So funny. Fish is pulling. It's pulling. Look at it go. So the things that have to change about how the fish... I'm not working on the fish physics anymore. I have my developer working on it. But I also got to get him to figure out the bobber, I think. Maybe. Yeah, because the bobber still does weird stuff. Thanks. I've got to do the tension piece. I got to figure out how tension works. Like the tension in the room when I tell my bad jokes. Oh, I look at something weird with the window too. I need the window to be masked here. Which I guess I could do. They don't want the background to be like covering everything down there. I'm pretty sure my logic doesn't work yet when you get all the way to the end. Kill boy. Keep going. Just take that fish right off the edge of the map. I gotta tell the developer about actually, you know what I'm gonna do, just because I'm working, right? This is me working. Just because I'm working right now, I'm going to call out, I'm going to record this for the developer. I want to address this. Actually, I want to address a couple things. So what I'll do is I'll reload it. I can like record some of the behaviors I want to get his help on. So this is how I do it. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so burpy right now. But I don't do burpees anymore. I should. Probably make me stronger. Get swole. See if I can get the behavior to happen with the fish just, swimming around. I need to get them dispersed properly. Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, I'm going to record the whole thing because I really want him to help with the stupid stuff. Problem is, when you have a contractor, you got to pay them for all their time. And so I have to decide, is it worth my time and your time to watch me solve problems I'm not adept at? Or is it better just to get a professional to do it? And to that I say, get the professional. Right? Yeah. That's what I say. Okay. So first off, we see the fish are like in one spot when they start, which I did want him to help with. I'll make sure I call that out. And then now they're hiding from me, unfortunately. We're going to pause that for a second. And while I wait for that to catch up, a few other tasks. 1. When the fish first show, I'd like to make sure they are properly dispersed. Also, the game fish. I don't want to show my Discord for this, so you're just going to hear me type it and talk. Game fish data object does have a distance range property that is supposed to equate to the horizontal area the fish is hearing, i.e. it's from 0 to 100, which aligns with the distance. 2. The addition of your collider causes the hook to interact with the fish. I want the fish to be able to swim around it? Question mark. 3. All right. Which I guess I could record it again here and then do like the cast. Yeah, I can't really show. Bong. Look at that. Bong. Like, knocked it. I have to move this thing up a little bit. Pause it. Okay, we caught a fish. And then number 3 is going to be the bobber. Is that puppy right there? Because when we're fighting a fish, we really just want the bobber to only go to the left. Because there's really not going to be a case, there shouldn't be a case once we have this working right, where the fish is all the way on the left-hand side. That would cause the bobber to go the other way. So there we go. I think I got enough there for him. Number 3. When you are reeling, the bobber needs to stay either vertical or tilted to the left, since it makes sense you are pulling up and the bottom is pulled to the right. That makes sense. You can see examples. All right. Delegation, friends. Delegation is the way to salvation. That I don't know if that's a phrase. That's what I say. That's what I always say, starting now. As of today, that is now a phrase I utter. I've coined a new phrase that probably already has been said before. Machi makes his best management tip. I call it? Fishing Physics 4. There we go. Not feeling great? It's time to delegate. Don't want to berate? Delegate. Okay, I sent them all the things. My video clip starts with leave. Okay. So we're not going to worry about any of the things I just took note of. Because as you all know, the second I start working on that kind of crap while I'm streaming, whew, it goes downhill fast. Have an ego you want to inflate? Just delegate. Okay, so what is this crap? Why do you leave so much crap in your code? Do you not know the proper coding perspective? Like, how is it, Matzi, you don't know how to code properly? What's wrong? Like my alter ego. By day, hypercritical CTO. By night, scrappy coder. Good boy is not impressed with my scope. We needed a reeling controller. Okay. We're really ready for this. Haha. Meow. A couple things we need to do. First off, we need to do context is reeling. Why is the fish motion not happening properly? We're not tugging our fish for some reason. I want to tug our fish. My fish should be tugging, but I don't. Wait, context is pulling. Where does this get set? Fishing, hook fish behavior. Oh, I see. That'll make the animation show up again, which is fine for now. Now I need to figure out what I'm doing about tension. And I'm honestly not totally sure how I want to do it. I'm going to do a test. I'm going to theorize on a solution and then see how bad I can do it. It's all going to depend upon what numbers show up when we test it. Get that basic rod going, baby. How basic is your rod? Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to fix that little, box. Look, it hit the fish and stopped. Should just hook the fish to that case. It's like running into it. So funny. Okay. So let's see what happens to our tension, which is going to be recorded in line and hook. Yeah. The tension right now is 7. Hard to read, but it's over 7. It's over 5,000. Okay. Or 9,000. Okay, so tension is 5. Now we are pulling at the same time. Tension is not staying consistent. That is a problem. I need to figure out how to determine attention based on how much the fish is pulling and how much I'm pulling. Now it's oscillating. Let me see how I calculated the tension value. Probably dumbly, I guess. So add the magnitude of the force to tension. I don't really want that. So I think I just want to look at, I think I just want it to equal force magnitude. Because I think that'll give us a positive and a negative value. I think that's what I want to do right now. Not to brag, but I have this weird talent in guessing what's inside Rat Present. It's a gift. I was going to say, just watching that one number isn't going to 5 you any answer. Just watching that one number is not going to give me any answers. Well, it gives me some answer. Because what I'm trying to get at is a number that oscillates between a positive and negative value. Hopefully, somewhat correlating to whether you are reeling or not. I know you're saying give. I got 5. Oh, bollocks. I got 5 on it. Oh, you know what? I made a save that actually saves the rod and spoils the child. Sorry. Just realized it sounded silly. Okay. What if the line and hook actually has the tension on it right now? Okay. So right now, the number is 1. If I'm pulling, I think that the magnitude never goes below 1. It's always like a positive number. Okay. So we can't really... I think I shouldn't be using the actual tension of the line. I think what would be smarter is to use the velocity of the bobber as it's moving. Maybe? No, there's got to be some combination. What I'm trying to get at is a value that would represent the difference between me pulling and the fish pulling. And if I'm not pulling back, theoretically, there's very little to no tension. That's how the fish slips the line. We'd want, when I'm not reeling, if I'm just letting it go, as the fish is pulling, this tension gauge is going to decrease. I got to figure out a good number to pull from this. I wonder if I could do it based upon the current forces. How would I? Let me see here. What if the fish is swimming at you while you're reeling? I am not emotionally ready to deal with that complication. I mean, I could fake it right now, and I could also have my developer figure this stuff out. Just tell them exactly how I want it to behave. But I want to come up with like some basic number right now. So if there's no add force. I really don't want to use the force here because it's so variable with the physics system. Instead, I need to know from the hook fish controller. This is the one the developer's working on. Oh, sorry for the yawn. So we have apply force, add force. I wonder what, I'm not sure what this could end up being. By the behavior if it's weak. If fish is not weak, apply a larger force. So this is the fish pulling. And we're adding force to the fish controller. How do we get the current force applied? I guess that's what I need to find out. So let me see. Copilot, do your thing. So I'll do it from the hook fish controller. The hook fish controller, I use add force object. How do there isn't a direct way to get the current force. I guess, yeah, I could do it based on what the current force applied is, because it'd be constantly applying the force. The problem is, like, you apply force and it keeps applying it, right? That's not, I guess I could do it that way. Not really looking for direct physics logic. So I guess what I'll do is exactly that. I'll say public float current so this would tell me like how much the fish is currently pulling, and then use me update tension. Instead of using the line segment, I think we have. Oh, we don't have the fish. Do we? We do, because we could get the fish hook going. I don't think we have the. I don't think we put the object. I don't really want the line controller to care about that. So let's instead go to the reeling controller, wherever that is. Can I read? Yes. Do I use update tension and velocity? Current, okay, so that's not in port. This is the wrong controller. Okay. I don't think I do an update on tension and velocity. I do. Calculate the current reeling velocity based, and I just don't do anything with it. Okay, so then what I can do, is there a fish in here? Current fish. Yeah, okay, so we have a current fish. What am I? What? No, I'm on the fish swimming controller. Update tension. Okay, so what I can do here is I can say there fish force. Fish force. No, that's not at all what I said I wanted. Thank you very much. Context. Why? Current fish. Dot current. What? No. context dot. Is not a hook fish? I thought I had the fish in here somewhere. Context dot fish. Current fish. As fish is current fish. Alright, so how do I do this? I thought I retained the object in here, but apparently I did not. Oh yeah, I did. Fish controller. Okay. I just forgot what I called it. Fish force, current, applied. Much more clear and easy to remember. And then I need to get... When do we add force to the bobber? Add force. This is where we add force to the bobber when we're reeling. So we'll do... May the force be with you, friends. Right. Great part is I have a code cleanup thing. It'll just organize my code at some point. But then we know all the forces at play. We're going to say update tension and velocity. Really trying to move past it. So we have. So let's. I think we should let. I have a current tension. Oh, I think this is it references the slider value, right? I suppose I could just YOLO it. We'll say current tension adjustment equals. So if the fish force is one way and the other force is the other way, which one creates a positive versus a negative? It would have to be if the numbers track and they're greater than 0, it's a positive tension. But if they're less than 0, it's a negative tension. So what happens if the fish is not pulling as much and you are? We don't want tension. How do we want to do this? If the fish, if actually it doesn't matter in either direction, if the fish isn't pulling and you're reeling, the fish could theoretically escape if there's literally no tension, right? If the fish stops pulling entirely, it could try to slip the hook. So we never want tension to suddenly disappear. We only want to adjust tension by an increment, okay? So well, let's just, screw it, whatever, we'll just try it. YOLO on the fish force. Current reeling force minus fish force. Why is it a vector too? We only add forces as vectors? Oh. Hold on a second. Fish. Current applied force is wrong. No, but we give it a... Oh, I see. We still give it a direction. We do give it a vector. I could use magnitude, though. That would make it easier from a numbers perspective. Because I don't really care. We'll use magnitude. That should be okay. Instead, we're going to say... Can you run this game? Yes. You mean you want to see it run? So I'm going to say current wheeling force equals applied force magnitude. That's float. Tension. I'll run it in a second. I gotta make sure there's nothing broken in the code. I could. Well, let me just get this bit in here. Target tension equals context dot target tension. No. Context dot. Oops. Why does it keep doing that to me? Target tension plus equals. There you go. So in theory, that will adjust it. Maybe we'll see. We'll go run it. And we'll get the game running while it builds. My best friend is bald, but he still carries his comb with him. He just can't seem to part with it. Part here. Make a part. Make a part. Make a part. Yeah, but I have this feeling like I'm gonna get at some point, like someday, a computer upgrade, and the build will be like half the time. And it will be glorious. The most amazing thing. All right, this is the game. You will never have these three characters, at least as far as I know, in this area of the game. But this was me testing some things about that. Now I'm going to go to the fishing thing and see if the tension works. All right, let's go get all fishy with it. I love that. I got to figure that part out too. I should ask. Okay, someone's gonna catch it. Oh, you got it. You got it. Okay. So nothing's happening with the tension gauge. I think I'm not updating the tension gauge right now. I think that's part of the problem. So I can actually look at what the target tension is. I can go into how much time did I spend on this? Well, I actually just recently calculated it. I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 hours, I think. Something like that. Are you talking about the fishing minigame? A month or so of like, I work on this stuff after work, so I'm not working full time. But in the last 3 years, it's got to be more than 3,000 hours because I only calculated in the last year and a half. But yeah, a lot of hours. A lot of hours. So many hours. So So what I need here, I need to look at what the context is. Here's our context, our tension factor. Our target tension right now is 100. Oh, that's great. Let's see what happens if I unpause. The target tension is never going to reduce. I guess. It's always going to be 100. Clearly, whatever I'm doing with tension is wrong. It'll just grow forever. But I do need to look at like what the last value is. Does this never be? It'll never be 0 or negative. We'll never get negative tension. More fishing minigame. Yes. But look, the fish looks like it's actually caught on the line. Do you see that? Yeah. There's some more physics-based stuff, but I'm using the pro right now. I've got the expert help me. I also need to turn off the stupid glow for the fish, incidentally. Should do that now too. Oh, it'd be interesting if we used a glow as some indicator while you're fishing. I don't want to give too much away. So I think what I got to do in the fish swimming controller is to turn off the glow entirely. Glow. Update glow. Glow pulse disable. I think what I'll do is switch to, and then this dot glow pulse dot disable. Should get rid of it. The other thing I want to do is get rid of that tension overlay. That's what. So the tension overlay should only show up when casting starts. The casting controller tension. No. Do I even use a tension overlay here somewhere? Have a good night, Rome. Hopefully your birds get a little bit less birdie at some point when you get them outside. Or more birdie, but less neary. Okay, so tension overlay, it does get set in the reeling controller. That's all. That's dumb. So maybe I don't have the right tension line strength, tension overlay. Oh, it won't. Okay, hold on. So that's the thing that sits on top of it. So it is a tension overlay. It is on by default for casting. The casting controller needs to have the tension overlay. It just doesn't right now. Pretty sure that's what I want. Let me just double check. Oh, casting strength slider actually might be the thing we want. Let's see here. We make the fishing area visible. Okay, so it's not the overlay, it's a casting strength. That's fine. Update selection sliders. This casting. Okay, I don't know why I did all that work to do it, but whatever. So that gets set. Oh, I see what the problem is. When we say reset UI, which we say right when we start the phase, which we actually don't want to do the slider. What we'll do instead, we only want it to show up when we have decided we're actually going to start casting. So maybe look at update. If it's running and selection is confirmed, update manual casting, auto casting, okay, and then is casting effect as charging. So this is the thing we have to do here is if we're going to do manual casting, this is where we're going to show it. Otherwise, we're not going to show it. I did a lot of work to get to it, but that's just how I roll. So anyway, that'll make that bar not show up. But now I got to figure out an intelligent way to deduce tension. I'll even take like a semi-intelligent way. I'll take a non-intelligent way that works, frankly. And I'm pretty sure I still call... Maybe I don't call the update tension like that. No, it does. Okay. So we do call the update tension. But I'm guessing this is always giving me a positive number. Let's find out. Oh, dad joke. In itself, a dad joke. How many dads does it take to found a country? 4 fathers. Four score and... It'll be done any second. Okay. Let's find out. We'll get a lot of console spam. And I'm not going to get a better result, but at least I'm going to get answers. Oh no, I did a bad choice. Anyway. Cast it out. Boom! Smack that fish. Yeah, I don't like the fact that the fish interact with the line or the hook. It's kind of funny, but not what I want. Look at that. They're like banging it. She bangs. Okay, so wait. We get 1. And then it's no longer negative. Oh, that's weird. So once we start applying the force... It's weird when we subtract it. Is it because it's... Am I turning it into an integer? Is that what the problem is? Reeling force minus fish force. Air float. So the magnitude must just be an integer. I can't use magnitude. What can I use? I need a number. I just need a number. There can't be a magnitudinal number. What does that sound? Orda-boo. Wait, you must have subscribed on... I'm here to advocate for fish rights right now. Orabu on the YouTube. YouTube biboo. Orbu is one of the few people who've actually said something on the YouTube channel, as opposed to on the Twitch channel. Why are you on the YouTube channel? Hi, Orbu. I hope that you're well. Oh, it's funny. My chat actually combines it. That's nice. Oh, I should go over to Twitch. No, it's okay. I don't get a lot of viewers on YouTube, so it feels special. But yeah, I mean, there's not more chat on the Twitch. It doesn't matter. Okay. So the magnitude doesn't work. Although, you know what? Here's the thing. In the hooked controller, we are applying force as a. Can I do it in here? Strength factor. Kind of like we want this number. I don't really care about the direction. I just care about this portion of the force. May the force be with you. It's what Discord linked you to. I'll be your YouTube wing lady. Wait, Discord sent you to YouTube? Really? Mine says Twitch on here. How did you get there from... I'm so confused. Or is it my... All of mine go to Twitch. What magical Discord are you looking at? That's weird. Anyway. So we have a strength factor. The direction doesn't really matter. I guess let me ask Copilot again. I'm trying to come up with a good way to translate the forces applied from reeling and pulling to determine a level of tension might be applied to the line. Your Discord user profile. Oh, okay. I don't know if I put my Twitch in there. That might if I do the line. I need some way to get a consistent calculation that could oscillate between positive and negative value at target context target function. If the player is reeling and the fish is pulling, good, some positive number in some range, and if only one is pulling or reeling, it should negative. Caveat: if the player is reeling, tension should likely not get less 0. It should still rise some. If the player is not reeling and pulling, tension should reduce some. See what it says. I have no idea what Copilot's going to say about this. I haven't found Copilot to be necessarily better than ChatGPT. It's just nicer to have it right there while I'm working on things. And it can also look at my code that I have open, which is helpful. Okay. To calculate the tensions, you consider the forces applied. Get the force applied. Context reeling force. The reeling force. Assuming you have a way to get... Yes, player force. Assuming you have a way to get the force applied. Well, the point is I'm asking you to help me define how we get those forces applied. We have add force used both the reeling and the fish controller. How do we translate? I mean, frankly, I've worked with developers a lot. This is like working with a developer. It's like sometimes you have to explain and re-explain. Also, it's weird I can't like zoom in and stuff, so I have to rely on my declining eyes to read some of the text. It's still assuming it has a way to get it. What? Okay, so this doesn't help me do anything. This is stupid. Okay, whatever. Shut your face. So I didn't want to have to figure out how to extract out the force value, but I guess I could do a context thing. So fishing context. We'll just use this to get it. I don't like adding another thing here, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. So we're going to do public, not target tension. Do your target tension. Current fish force. Boom. Fish full force? Full force? Sure. Show an inspector. Public float. Current. No. Current. Okay. Force is with you, friends. The force is with you. So that way I can just go to this stupid behavior for now. Wherever that is. Where did you go? Did I get rid of you? Oh, right here. So what we'll say is context. Is it? Gotta be lowercase context, because you know. Then we can use that. So that'll be okay. And then in the reeling controller here, I'm not gonna get the magnitude. We'll just get. We don't even need the current reeling force in this game. I was going to breathe a sigh of relief at not being exposed to dad jokes. Then I look in the chat on screen, and you saw the dad joke. My wife threatened to divorce me when I said I was going to give our daughter a silly name, so I called her Bluffy, the marriage slayer. I guess I don't even need a current real force. Not like this. Oh, snap. Matzi, no. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That force is real. It's a real force. Current. Fish force. I don't even need that. Let's see what happens here. I'm telling on you. No, you're not. I'll do another one for you. Here you go. The world tongue twister champion just got arrested. I hear they're going to give him a really tough sentence. Legit. The great part about my build times is that I can always add more jokes. It's really easy to remember my IP address. It's my toilet. No address to it though. Matzi, stop. No. Bad jokes. Bad jokes. Okay. My wife said, I mean, do you really want the... She said something like, do you think I think your jokes are funny or something? Or like, are you trying to make my joke like in a way she's like wondering if I was hoping she'd think my jokes were funny. And honestly, I don't care because either she thinks it's funny, which is great, and then I laugh more, or she doesn't think it's funny, which is great, and I laugh more. Because of the absurdity of the joke and sort of the groan and the eye roll. I kind of live for either response. I think the jokes are funny, and that's really how I roll. It's interesting. So how is this? Why? Oh, maybe real force is consistent is part of the problem. But it feels like the fishing pull force. I guess it would be. It wouldn't vary. It's just a win-win for you. You're too much like my wife. Well, then you're just like Composy. I get it. How have you been, by the way? What have you been doing with everything? So this is not how I wanted it. It'll never change. How do I get the current wheeling force though? Wait, add force. Shout out, I hear you're harassing Oraboo. I was also talking about harassing my wife with that joke. I lost my job at the bank. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. Okay. I think that's legit. Too legit to quit. Okay. So I need to figure out what I'm doing here. How do I figure out my force? How do I force myself? I could give this to the developer again to add it to his list of things. I need your help. How can I come up with a value that represents force? He might do better than me on it. We had. There's no better jokes than my dad joked Composy. You know that. My wife just gave birth today, and after taking the doctor, I pulled him aside and sheepishly asked, how do you think we'll be able to have, how soon do you think we'll be able to have sex? He winked at me and said, I'm off duty in 10 minutes. Meet me in the parking lot. That's a good one. It's hard to find a two-letter pronoun that can be used to refer to oneself as an object. Or is it hard? Or is it just me? Just reeling myself out of depression like you're reeling that fish. Well, really bad jokes are great for getting out of depression. Right? Does that sound like a fishy response? Okay, so I had reeling behaviors here. I could look at my reeling behaviors like normal fish behavior and see how I determined target tension. Maybe I could just reapply tension the way I was doing it before. Babe, our youngest is the age our son was during the pandemic. That's wild. Yes. Very wild. I could bring this back. It feels like maybe I just need to re-implement these behaviors. Maybe I'll just take the normal one and I'll use this. What was I doing here? Base with fish behavior. Good night, Composy. Matzi, was it your son's birthday? His birthday was over a week ago or so, but he had a party today. It was a birthday party. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll take this and we'll see if we can just sort of combine it into our base book. I think I can just sort of make this kind of work. So this is the base one where we were doing math based upon like other things. But I can then, I believe, apply some force. So we're, if the fish is pulling, we'll do a fish that's pulling. Maybe that we just don't worry about like whether the fish is. We don't even combine the full force. Do it, you know? Just do it! Uni engine. Let's see what happens if I do this. So we just put this crap in with this other crap, and then we'll figure other crap out. Because they'd already figured out a somewhat reasonable feel for the fish pulling. The current velocity is real speed, tension factor. If not, contact is reeling. All this stuff was just like a very simple way of doing tension. And if you know, if anything, we always want tension to be simple, right? The reason I have all these commented lines of code is because it's like, just in case, I know I could go back in history, but I hate digging it up again, so. Let's see if we can make that. It won't exactly align with the feeling of the pulling of the fish. Why not? Well, let me see. Let me go back. Full frequency is part of the base reeling fish behavior. Okay. We have all those values. It'll work. Was there a bug? Hold on. No, it compiled. Okay. Go look at our fish. And I'm not even sure which fish is being fishy right now. So. How did I, which fish did I go with? How did I even decide? Did I just apply a random behavior? What did I do? Let's see. Where are the usages? Oh, we don't have usages. Okay, so nowhere. I'm pretty sure I'm using the base hook fish behavior somewhere. Now I'm really confused. Normal weak hook. Am I just not? No, I have to be using it. So how am I using it then? I'm using it by... Process fish behaviors. Those are luring though. By hook fish behaviors. Active hook behaviors. Fish behavior. Wait a second. So confused right now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, okay. I did something very weird and somehow it kind of worked. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I like totally messed some things up. And I think it's because I was trying not to like mess up existing reeling behaviors, but we're past the point of no return here. So what we're gonna do, meow, is I think we're gonna hide the reeling behaviors so we don't see it anymore. Fishing, reeling. Oh, I can just make another group. I can actually make another thing called hook. So that's what I'll do. Okay. So instead of doing this, we'll just call it hook. Even though reeling is what it is, I'm changing the terminology because I added a new way of doing it. But I don't really want to like unwind the existing logic. So I'll just add another tab. So then let's see here. Horizontal group. Behaviors. Fishing. Luring. Hook behavior. Okay, that'll work. Maybe. And that's inactive. Okay, so that was one of the reasons I never got back to this because I got so hung up with other problems. So hook. That would make a whole lot more sense. I don't really want fleeing fish behavior though. It shouldn't be base luring fish behavior. I'm not even sure how the force was working. How was my logic for adding force doing anything? It can't have been doing anything. I don't think that code was executing. So what what code? Hold on. What code is adding the freaking force? Hook fish controller. There's two places that say apply force. There is apply force in the hook fish controller. I see. The behavior wasn't being used at all. That's part of the problem. Jesus. Okay. So then applied force right now is just 0.5, and that's literally it. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So the whole thing I was doing with the behavior didn't do anything. That's why the values weren't changed. That would explain why my changes didn't seem to be doing anything. So I guess that's good to know. Kind of lame, but still good to know. The cop at my door wanted to know where I was between 5 and 6. I said, kindergarten? Question mark. Okay, so now we'll have a hooked fish behavior. We don't care about random. It's going to be the only thing that will trigger. Well, I guess, yeah, is random is we do, so then we just make it like 0 to 100. It'll always happen. We don't care about the hook distance. That doesn't even do anything right now. Wait, what? This is the wrong type of... Oh, because it was the... Okay. So I need to add another button. Let me go back. Where's our button? Populate luring behaviors. Do that. Reeling. Luring. Hooked. Repopulate. Hooked behavior. We'll do inactive hooked behaviors. Clear. Oh my God. That's weird. Let's see here. So then we have hooked behaviors, active hooked behaviors. And then do we have default hooked behavior list? Okay, so that'll give me the opportunity to clear it out. Right here. This is the behavior when the fish is hooked. So now I should be able to apply that appropriately to I know it's a Saturday, so technically I can stream as long as I want. But I'll probably stream for another 30 to 45 minutes. Holy Bolivar! Are you back? I'm back from vacation, so I can lurk again. Welcome back from vacation. I hope you had a wonderful time. Please tell me you had a wonderful time. Please? Pretty please? Okay, so that didn't work exactly. Oh, oops. Dang it. Messed that one up. How does a demon stay fit? He exorcises. Legit. Had a wonderful time, except for the earthquake. My earthquake brings all the birds to the yard. They're like, wait, I'm sorry. Was it I wasn't keeping tabs. Was it a pretty bad one? Clearly, I'm not of the world. Pay attention. Or boo. It was pretty scary. Our hotel was in the 19th floor. Oh my gosh. Wow. But it was, you guys survived it, obviously. You must have had your buddy Patrick with you. Patrick Swayze. I know it's not really a joke. It's just... how I am for some reason. Don't know why I'm like this. Well, I kind of know why I'm like this. We'll just steal the learning behavior from here. Weird that these all have lean. So small fish always flees, apparently. Uh, 7.4. Whoa. We were in Taipei, which is northern parts, about 4-ish. Okay, so it wasn't quite as bad. Orby, what do you want from me? Who I am. You want more jokes? Okay, gotcha. I love how most of the avatars congregate in the back. What's the hardest cult to join? The difficult. I'm glad you're okay, though, truly, Wallaber. I'm glad to hear that, you know. Sorry for all the people who could have been. I'm sure there were people who were actually seriously injured. Taiwan. Does not sound like a fun time. I just want to chill, and you hit me with Patrick Swayze. Hey, don't be hating on Patrick Swayze. He was in Roadhouse. It's got to count for something, right? No one put Swayze in a corner. It's still the wrong type of freaking thing, though. Oh, no, it isn't. This is right. This is... So we have strength factor and pull frequency. So we factor the strength and we frequency the pull. This will always trigger. Maybe this will work. I would have to do this with every single fish. So what we'll do is just copy and paste it across all of them. We're gonna make like a copy paste for fish so that we can just take fish that work like we want and then tweak them. I hate that I'm telling my wife. Hey, you know, I've had the time of my life with these jokes. Time and time of my life. I don't care about weakness percent. So I just need to make the behavior applied now. And I never felt this way before. Seriously, I love and have missed you. It's been a long while, Orbu. I'm sorry that you've been in a unpleasant place, but you know, I'm glad that you're climbing way out. I'm not trying to push you back in the hole, I swear. I'm trying to reel you in. See? It's not even a fish pond. It's just sort of a relevant contextual reference. The hooked fish controller. I need to do the behavior things now. So let's see. Where did I do the behavior? Apply hook behavior. Okay. So, and then do we need to change? Dot. I think this is gonna like explode the fish. And I'm okay with that. We're gonna find out. When did the torque get added? Oh, this already applies the so we're gonna not apply torque right now. We're just gonna leave it torqueless. See what happens. Oh gosh, dang it. You're incredible. No, you. Times infinity plus 1. Plus 1 make it no longer infinity? So it like stops at the end? Once you hit infinity, you add 1 to it. Therefore, it's no longer infinity. How that work? Is infinity truly a never ending, or has no one just reached the end yet? Like theoretically never ending? Infinity, there is no end. Take one number, you add 1 more to it. Then there's a song when I was a kid on an educational show, and it has stuck with me for the rest of my life. Let's go F up some fish. I did compile it, right? I think I borked something. Oh. All right, let's get this fish. I don't like that the hook like doesn't look like it's in water. I gotta figure out how to get the develop. I don't like how it stretches so far when it can. We'll get that. We'll get there. I'm leveraging our mutual. Oh, look! I got the little fish. Look how tiny it is. Look at your cute little fish. Who's a cute little fish? Apparently, the little fish isn't strong enough to pull the line away. Oh, poor fish. Doesn't know what to do with itself. Let me go see what the current. It could be that it does. It's not getting. Is it pulling eventually? No, it's not. Not pulling at all. So we're gonna go look at what the tension. Target tension is 12 and 11. There's no tension right now. If I start reeling, tension still doesn't increase. That fish is not going anywhere. Where are you going? Nowhere. The force is 0. The force is not with us right now. How is that happening? Are we not triggering the behavior? If the range is between 0 and 100 and the pull frequency is between 0 and 100. Oh, I see. Do we need pull frequency? It feels like maybe we don't need pull frequency. Because now we are always pulling. So maybe what we need to do how do I do this? I wonder if I just like take this out here. I don't even know what strength factor equals. I should probably check that. Base reeling behavior is strength factor. Okay. So right now the strength factor is 0.58. So that should be an adequate amount of pull, but it needs to happen on every single iteration. I was named after my dad because I couldn't possibly have been named before him. You could be. Theoretically, you could have a name that was defined for your dad's children. So, like, there is a world in which that could have been possible, right? Anything's possible. Weird, like now this is stuck and it can only go with these two. That's also very weird. Bong. I love how it just bashes into the fish. It shouldn't stretch that far is the problem. Okay, let's see. So now the fish is like a limp fish skit. Why is it not? I really think the fish has died. You poor fish, you died. So much for my plan of just fishing this up. Okay, so target tension. Oh, the real full force. Did I not set the value in behavior? No. I need to confirm whether this is being called, I think. Let's just... Matzi, when you get a chance, check your DMs. OMFG, I hate Matzi. Fired 1 million years dungeon. Oh my god. That's great. I talk to my wife about you all the time. You mean just through Discord? Is that you talk with your face too? Sure hope so. that not work? Face it, you're hooked on Motzi. Everywhere. Hooked. Oh wait, hooked. Did we get a value somewhere? No. Hey, Burns. Look at my dead fish. It's just hanging there. It was working. I killed it. I want to have like a shotgun blast effect. Kill the fish. Today is 4/6. Today is Grass Ray's birthday. My partner in crime. Laser Burn, thank you for Prime sub at. Has it been 23 months? What is going on? Has it really been 23 months? Holy moly. I don't know why I wrote that. I have to keep coming up with phrases. The problem is we have a dead fish. I've got to do some surgery or something to get it to come back alive. We don't want that. We want the fish reeling physics controller. We want the update method here. Is running can reel. Oh, was I looking at the wrong one? No, I was not. It's the hooked fish controller. I am looking at the wrong place. If this can apply force is true, this object, this process fish behaviors. Condition is within random range. Should be getting here, right? I hope you're doing well, Burns. I've been good. Been, had some vacation. Work's going good. Life's going good. Just never-ending stuff is going somewhere. Trying to finish fishing. Always have higher aspirations than I'm able to live up to. Story of my life. Okay. Let's just see if we can get something to run in our debugger. I thought that I had these fish figured out. Fished out. If you think Thursdays are depressing, wait 2 days. It'll be Saturday. Too soon for the depression joke? Saturday. I mean, that's got to be some. There's got to be some humor to that, right? It's random. 0. OMG. You could name all of the days after something sad. So instead of Friday, you'd have Friday. Then you'd have Saturday. And you could do Unfun Day for Sunday. You could do I know what to do Monday. Munder the weather day? I don't know. The fish is really finished. Tuesday could be tissue day. I don't know. That's not. It's not. I can't do. I'm bad. The bone. Good to hear. I've been the norms. Went on vacation a bit. Yeah. How's your jaw doing? You can choose your friends. And you can choose your job. But wait. Okay. So I did the compile. Yes, I did compile. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Atlas. Let's go. Change that rod. Look at that. See, you can see the fish when you reel. Really amazing. I don't want the little one. Don't catch the little one. Okay, good. I didn't catch the little one. Okay, so we are checking the fish behaviors. But for some reason, it thinks that it's doing a fleeing behavior. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Perfect. Okay. So this is the problem. We pass in the behaviors, but we don't use those ones. Okay. Can you believe it? I can. The jaw's mostly fine now. I'm still getting used to it. My nose will be broken again this summer. Holy smokes. That's pretty extensive. Bald man got a great deal on a wig today. Only $1. It was a small price to pay. Hey, Burn, why did the nose go to school? It was tired of getting... Oh, no, why did the nose not want to go to school? It was tired of getting picked on. I know that I shouldn't make jokes about impending surgery, but there's a lot of things I shouldn't do, but I still do. What does a nose do when it's tired? It doesn't stop running. That doesn't make sense. Should be it stops running. He says, I chat GPT'd a bunch of jokes. What do you see? How do you organize a fantastic nose party? You blow it up. Why did the nose go to the therapist? It had too many issues to tissue out. And too many tissues. What did the nose say to the finger? This is relevant to the school joke. Quit picking on me. Oh, this is good for you, Burns. Why couldn't the nose finish the marathon? It just ran out of breath. Woo! I just love that. That's not how it's going to work in the final version of this. I'll get that hook fixed, I think. Oh, it's pulling. Look, it's pulling. It's pulling the line. Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, we have something pragmatic now. Now we've got a fighting fish. Kind of. I don't want the tension. Monty, I love you. I need to be. It's been great chatting. I'm gonna take a nap so my body stops hating me. But also, you and those jokes are. We just are. Yeah, I get it. Wretched. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Boo, I hope that you sleep well and tell your body to stop hating you. Have a good nap. You're reeling me in. It's okay because now I've got the effect work. Now I can just go apply that to the tension gauge. Pass it on. Okay, so now we're gonna go look at update tension and velocity. Leaves a lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Especially on the YouTubes. Actually have a viewer on YouTube that actually chatted. So what is the problem? The problem is something is not updating the. It's not updating the gauge. So what did I do? How did I update the gauge? It might be just called update gauge, right? Update. Current tension, current reeling velocity. I could just do that. See what happens. I explicitly want this call to make update after all the other changes are made. This is just the slider that makes the fish move, I think. I think this will maybe work, perhaps. Let's try this. 2 jumper cables walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I'll serve you, but don't start anything." Would anyone be interested in being my companion? Asking for a friend. I was just relating to Composy that my wife. And I don't know if it's a millennial male thing, but I think at my age it's hard to have consistent friends that I see consistently. Especially male friends. Any friends, but typically I'd hang out with male friends. Or non-binary. I think it's a little weird if you're just hanging out with opposite gendered friends when you're married. Or not really sure how to say it. Oh, look, the little fish is pulling. It's got it. Oh, come here, fish. Okay, so the tension gauge is not moving. Which is, but it did change color. So that's good. That's not going anywhere. Which means, and the fish is pulling by 0.58. Wow, that fish is really tougher than I thought it would be. Not tough enough, though. Okay, so we have progress, which means the current tension is not the right value. Right? I need to go look at how I did it in my other controller. So here's where it happens. Oh, so it is where it happens. Okay. So this is the thing that I should have be updated. I had looked at it and thought maybe I shouldn't, but I should have. I don't need to worry about rotate fish. I don't need to worry about distance slider because we're not doing that nonsense. I do want to update tension. Okay. My favorite crime TV show has a duck as the main character. He always quacks the case. His catchphrase is, "What are you up to? Waddle you up to?" Or, "When it comes to crime, your actions don't fit the bill." Maybe. We just Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. Sorry, I'm like this. I gotta do something in between doing things, you know? That fish backed away. Can fish back up? I don't think that's a thing they do. Come on. Get the hook. Oh, you got the hook. You got the hook. Okay. So, theoretically, the fish would have escaped right there. We completely lost our tension gauge. But I didn't want to have it, like, caught immediately. I wanted... So the good part is that with where it's at now, we have the tension gauge working again. I'm going to have to do something to make the edge of the gauge more visible because of the background. But I think it fundamentally, it's actually pretty close from a feeling perspective to what it was before. The fish is not doing anything dynamic. But there you go. We've got the tension gauge. We can reel it. I can re-implement the thing that checks the gauges to see if the fish should be considered caught. I think what I should do for S's and G's is stop the movement of the... Oh, maybe I can figure... Maybe I'll ask my contractor to do something there. But, like, we have the components of this. It sure would be nice if we could make the fish continue to pull, but... That's what I'm going to ask our contractor to help with. The feel of it's going to be important, but I don't need to worry about that right now. Because now I have the logic that makes the reeling effect in the tension. Oh. And I'd say that's pretty good. What was the other thing that I want? Oh, I wanted to get the... Like, the character is not doing anything, and he's supposed to show he's reeling. I don't understand why that's not happening. Oh, I know why that's not happening. Okay. I know exactly why that's not happening. Because we don't have anything that actually makes it do things. So if it's reeling, then we do tug. Else... It'll be fish waiting. Waiting. It'd be nice if we had like a fish, like the fish is pulling so the line changes its direction, but I'm okay with just leaving it there for now. So, fish tug 01. I think that's what it is. No, fish weight. That's what it is. I think fish tug 01 is like the big tug. Give it a big tug. Fish weight. How do you get Pikachu on a bus? Pokemon. Oh, that was not what I meant to type. Freudian slip. What's the best time of day? 6:30, hands down. For those, so if it's not digital, there's like a round clock at the hands. Here we go. I just want to make sure that when I started fishing, see, there's no bar here yet because I haven't chosen my fish method. I don't know where this should end up living. It was kind of nice on top, but if it goes on top, I just have to separate it from this bar somehow. Those fish really want the hook that has nothing on it. Okay. Oh, and then look at Atlas. He's pulling. Gonna get that fish. Gonna take my fish to the old town hole. Gonna fish till I can't no more. I think we're good. I think all the cleanup work I'm gonna make our contractor help with, and the different I've already got the text stuff working. I just need to I think I do, right? It showed hook. I wasn't even paying attention. I should double check that. So then I just need to, the only thing I have to add, which I'm not gonna do tonight, is like when you catch the thing, it'll show what you caught, and add that to your inventory. And I've got to do a little bit of like logic if the fish escapes. No, if the line breaks, you will lose your bait for sure. And some bait will be consumable, so there'll be some pure, like if it's consumable, the fish might have swallowed it. You won't get it back for sure. Bonk, bonk. Okay, so I gotta pay attention. The hooked message should show. Placement doesn't matter right now. Just the fact that it shows is what I want. Oh, it does. Okay, it does show. And maybe you guys don't know my fingers pointing. Maybe I'll put it right here, just right above the fishing thing. That would make sense, I think. I kind of like that the camera comes in though as you're reeling in. I like the feeling like you're losing the fish, and as you're losing it, the camera is moving downward. I think that's kind of a neat effect, and I'm not noticing any sort of dizziness or anything from the field because it's so gradual. So I'm going to choose to believe that it's actually nice. You're going to have some player play it and say, that makes me feel nauseous. And I'll be like, bad. Right. There you go. I think it's good. I would say, I should not have been able to hit escape there. I would say that in the terms of where we are now, it was a more productive night than I've had in a while. So that's good. Override cancel event. Boom. We can't let the cancel event trigger, otherwise it will close the window. That's good. I think this is a good stop. I know it's a shorter night-ish. Just a 8:30, 9:30, 10. There's a couple hours, but I've not been sleeping well. Well, I've been sleeping well, but like not waking up well. So I want to give myself some time to wind down for the night. So let's go find someone to raid, I guess. And I'll put up the old credits. All the wonderful people who've hung out and lurked tonight, or otherwise just been here for me. Appreciate it. Ether, were you here the whole time? You little sleep is top priority. I know. I'm not necessarily going to go to bed right away, but I am going to wind down. Theoretically, that means I will at some point go to sleep. But someone doing development right now is wait, who's Video Wizard? Video Wizard is having a problem with their stream. Oh, there they are. Have we rated Video Wizard before? I can't even remember. I'm the world's first and only Dragon Kingdom's Legend beginner streamer, which makes sense. How do I know Video Wizard? We raid? Video Wizard has 23 followers on Twitch. Hold on, let me go listen and see if there's anything I should notice about their game. I'm sometimes hesitant about rating, and like it looks like their stream is actually having issues. Potentially problematic. Yeah, like their stream isn't working. Okay. Click here to reload the player. Is it me? Is it me or is it them? Let's see if that just was working for me. Yeah, I think it's their stream that's having issues. Let's see here. I mean, their stream is working now. Maybe it was just some weirdness. Okay, just because it seems fun, we're gonna go raid Video Wizard and see what happens. So sorry, y'all just do as you will. We'll pop a raid over here. I have no idea if they even have a microphone. So you all have a lovely night, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Maybe I'll have some final fishing stuff to show. Either way, let's go show some love to a game dev working, it looks like, in RPG Maker of some sort. All right. Thanks, Burns. Have a good night, y'all.